What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are back for the final video for now in Traverse City of the Cherryland Center. And as you just saw, this was the Kmart, which was one of the anchors at the former Cherryland Mall, which was converted to an exterior facing strip mall in the early 2000s, which is what we have today. This Kmart was subdivided into a few other places. Here's an older picture I took of the inside when the lights were on, so you can see in there. It is now some other businesses, however, and then right here, the lights that you can see up there, that's where one of the original mall concourse hallways was. Maybe someday I'll come back with the selfie stick and we can see inside there. There are actual videos on YouTube of when it was open to the public, when Kmart was open though. So yeah, as you can see, it's never really been hugely successful since it was converted to a strip mall, but it is actually on the uprising, as they've been filling in some of these vacant with many different entertainment options. So yeah, here's an old map. You can see it had Big Lots, Sears, Yonkers, and Kmart. And I think part of where these areas are now was where the interior mall would be. You can look up images. I didn't see any that were free to the public to use, or I would have used them in the video, but if you want to look at them yourself, feel free to. They're kind of interesting. So you can see Big Lots at the very end. That was originally I believe it was Kroger grocery store, and now it's closed, obviously, for now at least, unless the variety wholesalers, whoever bought Big Lots, decides to reopen that location, but I doubt it. Last year when I went here, it was a rainy day and all the lights in some of the places were on. Now up here, we're going to go down the, I believe this would have also probably been, seems like this would have been an interior hallway before it was converted. It says Yonkers on a big sign there. Yonkers has been closed since 2018 when the parent company, the Bon-Ton, went out of business, and it's still closed. Also, I would have poked in the window there, but I believe that there might have been construction crews inside that building as they're turning it into some kind of other entertainment mixed-use thing. And I didn't want to, like, hi y'all, here's my camera. But yeah, interesting. It's cool to see that this place is still, at least in some capacity, around still. I really hope whenever the remaining parts of that Kmart are open, they reopen that little mall hallway. Again, if I could, I would show you inside. There's also a back entrance to that mall hallway, but it's also completely covered up, and it's also by another entrance to one of the different places in the old Kmart building. I believe it's some sort of music place. But up here on this black facade, you can't really see it too well. It's on the side. That would have been Sears, which they actually extended into some of the old mall space, I have heard. And here's what the Sears looked like before it was repurposed into some different entertainment place there. And there was a B2 outlet stores that was closed around here. I think they took the sign down though since. And yeah, so we'll go around then to the back of the building and you'll be able to see the back, which has been mostly untouched since it was the enclosed mall. We didn't go all the way around the back, but we went around enough for you to see the retro anchor building. So that would have been Sears, which I believe is now an entertainment place, or at least part of the building is. And that is a beautiful looking building. Here we go, I'm going to pause the clip so you can see it better. That is an amazing looking building. I absolutely love it. But there is also the Yonkers, which you can kind of see over there. And it's crazy that this Yonkers has been closed for so long and the sign is still up, because my local Yonkers was now converting into something else. But here I'll pause the frame again, and there's boards on the doors, I think, so they're obviously doing something. Here's an older photo when the sign was lit up last year in that amazing red font. And right there in the corner is where the mall entrance is, and then there's the entrance to part of what took up the old Kmart. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.